Oh, hang on, someone else coming over that hill. It's a tank destroyer. Oh, I've missed by a mile. Country mile. That's not penetrated.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
Hello everybody, welcome back once more to Sprocket. Today, I am slightly under the weather. It seems that allergies have caught me out quite badly. So if this video is a little bit unlike the rest of the videos in this series, don't be too surprised. I may end up swapping to post-commentary if this is too bad. We'll see. But in this episode, I'm going to be trying to build an early war heavy tank. Now, the problem with this is that not a lot of early interwar vehicles were heavy tanks. You often saw things like the early Char de Bataille tanks. So the B1 was, early World War II, not interwar, which this scenario wants. Same with the Matilda, same with the Churchill Mark 1. And really a lot of those early heavy tanks that you'd think of, they're actually World War II rather than interwar period. So when you think of an interwar heavy tank, you end up looking at things more like the Russian T-35 or the A1E1 Independent. Okay, so a bit of a different one today. I'm feeling a bit better now, so I decided to record post-commentary for this part and just speed up the video. So what you're seeing right now is just basically the design process sped up like 4 or 5 times so that you can just get an idea of what I was doing. So I didn't really want to go for your typical kind of heavy tank. I liked the idea of kind of mixing together a bit of T-35 and a little bit of like the Japanese heavy tanks from early war. I just think they're really interesting designs, so I went for them as my kind of inspiration. I wanted to put the driver at the very front of the tank, then I realized it was maybe a bit short for them, and realistically, with the turret mechanism, you probably wouldn't have enough room there anyway, so I moved them back underneath the turret and made the turret a little bit asymmetric so that you could have an engine running down the side, for instance, if you needed it, or the transmission, basically just with the idea of fitting everything in place. I dropped the armor down to much more realistic levels for heavy tanks of this era, because realistically heavy tanks of this era were less heavy tanks and more medium tanks with ambition. Just bigger medium tanks in many ways. And you can see me here just fiddling around with the sprocket sizes and the idler sizes just to make the transmission, suspension look a little bit more normal. Yeah, the mobility of this tank eventually becomes an issue, as you'll see later in this video, but it's not actually as bad as you might expect for something this big, because it's not that heavy just because of the lack of armor. You can see it's only 14.3 tons at the moment. Obviously that's going to go up as I add the gun and the ammunition, but it doesn't go up by all that much. In terms of design, I was kind of thinking in my head, I think more of Russian tanks. I think that's kind of where it ended up going. It looks like a weird cross between the T-35 design philosophy and the T-50 and the T-126 design philosophies. It definitely feels more Russian than anything else, so I'd say that's what my mindset was in. Somebody has recommended that I make a British heavy tank, and I definitely am interested in doing that. It's not that it won't happen now that this video has come out, it's just that I wanted to save that for an early war tank rather than an interwar tank, which this is. So here you can see me stealing some ideas from my previous tanks. I like the basket that I put on top of the Type 13, and now the Mark 26, which is double the Mark, is getting that same kind of design. In terms of putting some of these fixtures on, you can see that front turret causes me some confusion because it would have blocked rotation if I put it any further forwards. But overall, I think I did a fairly good job, and I'm quite happy with it. And this is pretty much the tank in its final state now. I just changed the livery and tweak a couple of the internals to get it working to my liking. But externally speaking, this is about where the tank design ends, apart from me struggling to get the cupola on here. So yeah, I will see you when I return to the commentary over the battle. which you'll get to hear my ill, slightly sniffly state then, which I'm sure you're so glad for. Oh, yeah, also this is the first tank I've built with more than 3 crew, I think. It's, maybe the first tank had 4 crew, but this one's got 5, so it's definitely got 1 up on that. It's actually got a radio man this time. Could probably do quite a lot more with this design, but keeping the weight down to a reasonable degree does mean we get more of these allied tanks. So that's a bit of a priority as well. We'll have to see what we're up against, see if they smash us or not. Hopefully we do alright, because we do have the most powerful of the guns I think I've fitted to any of these tanks in terms of just being the biggest. And there is a target. Going to be coming over any minute now. This hill on the left. Ooh, hang on. There's someone there. Ooh. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's the Bennett gone. And, oh, God. The clutch braking causing us some issues here. There goes another one. Yeah, the gun's definitely good. Oh, God. Not that that was in any doubt by me at any point. Ooh, yeah. Transmission could do with being dual clutch, but I feel like it's too early of a tank to be dual clutch, really. Be a bit cheaty if we put that on. There goes another one. He's the one I killed first. Oh, hang on. Someone else coming over that hill. It's a tank destroyer. Oh, I've missed by a mile. Country mile. That's not penetrated. Ah, it's penetrated me. Not that I'm surprised by that. It is a tank destroyer. Ooh. Is it dead, though? That's the question. Which AT was just killed? Was it that one by my old tank? No, it definitely wasn't. There it is. Uh-oh. 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 Not good. Still not good. I don't know why he's showing his side to me, but I'm not going to say no. There we go. So we can't pen those things through the front at all. They are quite scary. And there's a little Bennett running that way. Obviously running in fear from the great Mark 26. Over the hill we go. Come here, you bloody Bennett. Ah, he's gone. We didn't catch him in time. Such is the folly of the heavy tank. Onwards to victory. We are struggling definitely with hill turning, but this is not a surprise considering the choices I've made. Come on, Bennetts. Where are you? Oh, God. That looks dead. I think that Bennett was the one we were after before. Seems to be life over that way. That AT's moving. We want to take that out as quickly as possible. Well, that was quite quick. He's dead. Not confident about that one. I think he's dead, though. Let's hope so. Where is the last of our enemies, then? That's our friend moving there. Oh, God. I feel like it's got to be one of these guys. But which one is a difficult question to answer. I've looked at everyone else. Everyone else is dead. All your friends. Yeah, there we have it. Oh, God. I've just noticed we don't have any AP left, so we're on the HE rounds. Yeah, there we go. That's enough. Finally. That took a long while. Right, let's get on to the next mission and see if we can succeed that in these as well. Okay, with no changes, Let's see if we can cross the border. I may need, for this one, to put in a twin transmission here. Because, frankly, it is quite bad on hills. And there is a bit of a hill on this map, to put it lightly. Right, so we know from last time, it's extremely hard to see the anti-tank guns on the other side of this forest. But you can just about make them out if you're really careful. So I think that's what I'm going to start by doing. Yeah, I must say I cannot see the forest nor the trees at the moment. Oh, it really is dark. Well, I think there's one there. Something there. No luck. That one's been killed by an anti-tank gun from over there. Presumably behind that building. But can't be sure. Feel like I am just going to get deleted any second now. Let's turn these lights off. Not that it's going to make a difference here. It really is struggling to turn here. I didn't put any left turning in there. In fact, I was only holding right. And we went crazy amounts of left, so we may need a twin transmission if we hope to finish this mission at all. There goes one of the AT guns. Ooh, we saw the other two there. I think one was about here. No, God. Okay, right, he's about there. Is that him? Okay, that was him. I've lost the driver, though. Can we see it? Oh, God, it's about there. There? Is that it? Oh, God, it's way more than that. Oh, shoot. We've lost everything in here as well. Is that the other side of the building from here? Ooh! I bloody got it. Right, I'm going to have to abandon this one. We do have one more. That's all of the anti-tank guns gone. We only have the heavy tank on the other side of the hill to contest with. So long as we can get this one through and survive that fight, looks like we're going to have this mission under control. Heavy losses for the force. We've lost 3 of the 4 tanks here, but... sorry, 4 of the 5 tanks here, but... these are acceptable casualties if victory is achieved. If World War I has taught me anything. Oh, that's grim. Time to drive past my fallen comrades in arms. Sorry, brothers. Victory must be achieved at all costs. Squeeze on through. Okay, that's just a bit of clipping. It's fine. Ooh, watch out for the edge. Watch out for the edge. There's mines down there. Can't have it fallen. But it won't turn. I can't get it turned. We're just going to have to go down. Which has really damaged the crew for whatever reason. No. No, we just don't have the mobility. We need that dual transmission. So we're going to have to put that on and try again. It's just not cutting the mustard. I call this the Mark 26-2. And perhaps we'll even give it a bit of a stronger engine. Since we can in this. It's early war rather than interwar, this objective. And for that matter... Is it worth giving it turret powered traverse? Yeah, come on. We'll let them have that. We'll let them have that, and we'll move on. Mark 26-2, Had to make some changes here, but I think they're changes that were required on this design, because it was quite the encumbered boy by itself. Can we see the AT guns in the forest? That's the question. Not if my window's open. Sorry, I had the sun in my eyes. There we go. I can see a little bit better now. Is there one there? I can't tell. There's one behind that building, it looks like. Yeah, that's the one behind the building, blasting out the tanks there. I think there's an AT gun there, actually. Yeah, there goes one. And over here as well. You imagine there's going to be one. There it is. I see it. We got it. Okay. Grand. Now, with the new transmission, this tank get across the bridge? Perhaps not, if there's this many of my allies blocking it. But, that's fine. We'll find a way. As life does. There it goes. That's the final AT gun there. We may need to push our friends out the way here. They are completely blocking the safe passage here of the middle of the map. I don't know if there's actually a key to swap tanks. There must be. Cycle vehicles next. Looks like full stop and comma. Yeah, there we go. Is there one further forward? Yeah, we'll go with this one. Okay. Onwards. We do have this dead tank to contest with here, which is a big boy at a very thin point of the journey. Oh, no, don't fall. Oh, God. Okay, right. Oh, God above. Yeah, no, it's not happening, is it? There's just no way. I don't think we're going to be able to get over this land bridge. We're just going to have to try and risk the minefield, but I can't get the tanks down this little ridge here. They won't do it. So, I don't know. I don't think this objective is even possible in these tanks. It's just too slippy, almost. I don't know a better term for them, to be honest. They are just not the vehicles for the job, frankly. I could blow up any second now, and I would not have any clue of the upcoming mine until it happens. We've made it. We have made it. However, we have the big boy to contest with down here, who is probably going to get the first shot off, or, well, at least the best shot off, because it's got a big gun. There it is, and it's taken out pretty much everything. Return fire. Do your best. Can we disable the gun? No. Frankly, that is a stern no. And, okay, yeah, no, they're all just falling in ditches, which I can't get out of because of reasons, I guess. I feel like I should be able to go forward here, really. But, yeah, well, I am, frankly, I'm defeated here. I don't think I've got the tank for it, but, yeah, if you did enjoy seeing this abject failure, please have a like, favorite, and or subscribe. Tell me what you'd like to see next in the comments, and yeah, maybe we'll be able to make modifications to this in the future, get it across, and into victory here. Perhaps a bigger gun, but that's all the time we have for today. Maybe we'll revisit the Mark 26-2, make it the Mark 26-3. Probably a bigger gun is what it calls for, so we'll see what we can do. See you next time.